What is up, everybody on YouTube? Max Rock here with a brand new video, and this is going to be the 24 hours impressions. Well, 24 hours or less impressions of the Blue Studio XL2. As you can see, that's what the box says. That's what I have in front of me. Paid $129.99 for this device. After taxes, about $130. And I got some dislikes about it, but it's only because a few of these things here, I just think they're unacceptable. But we'll get into that. Alright? So, Blue Studio XL, 6-inch screen. Matter of fact, I'll show the back of the box here. 6-inch HD display, quad-core 1.3 GHz processor. You got a 16 gigs of internal memory, 2 gigs of RAM, 13 megapixel main camera with LED flash, 4,900 milliamp hour super battery. That's what they call it here. 5 megapixel front camera with LED flash. You get 4G LTE and multiple bands. I'm talking like bands that my Axon don't have, I believe. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. Who knows? And it's gonna be somebody out there who looks it up. And you got Android 6.0 Marshmallow. You don't got 7.0 Nougat. So anyway, let's get right into the nitty gritty here. So the phone itself had it for 24 hours. As far as connectivity, I have no complaints about that. Connectivity is beautiful. Coverage is fine in my house, at work, all that good stuff. Nothing is the issue at all. Texting is no problem. Making phone calls, I hear that person clearly. It doesn't sound absolutely horrible. It actually sounds pretty decent, passable. Something that I won't really complain about. I can't really give too many negatives about it. As far as picture messaging, didn't really get into that yet. This phone only had less than 24 hours. Haven't really got a chance to explore that much yet. But I did get a chance to put a lot of different apps on here, as far as like all my social media apps. I got a couple games on here. I didn't play a game yet. 6-inch screen. Let me get into this here, okay? You got a 6-inch 720p by 1280 or 1280 by 720p screen. So it's HD. It's not full HD. It's not 2K. I don't care about that so much. But what I do care about is the fact that the screen does bleed. I can't really show you guys an example of that on camera. Let me see if I can actually. Hold on. So if you look at this here, right? I'm going to put the phone in the light here. You can see there's the lighting there. So yeah, it's not helping the screen get lit up over there. But when you put the phone like this here, you can see one side clearly is more lit than the other. And the right side, as you can see, the multitasking button is lit more than the back key. The back key. If you can't see that, then it must be my eyes. But at nighttime, you clearly see this here, and that's kind of a bummer there. To have such a phone with a big screen there, you would think that they would try to like minimize things like that, but at the same time, that kind of stuff can happen. I may have a defective device, so we'll see about that in the future there. Another thing that I got a problem with on this phone here is the actual headphone jack. It's kind of I'm not gonna curse. It's kind of crappy. I'm trying to minimize my cursing here, but I made this slip one or two. So let me give you guys a warning. Give me a pass for 1 or 2 words here, because sometimes those curse words can describe exactly how I'm feeling. So the headphone jack itself is kind of shitty. Like you plug a pair of headphones in. Like, you know how you don't expect a device, like as a tech fan, you don't expect a device to have like a hi-fi DAC or whatever you want to call it, super high quality for listening to music, whatever. But you know how you don't expect it to have that, right? You don't expect it to be hi-fi, you expect it to be average or at least decent, but then you use a phone that's actually below that. Man, that's crazy, man. When I tell you, like, you plug some headphones in here, it feels as though I can't really even put into words how. I don't want to say I'm super disappointed in it. I'm just kind of shocked, like what kind of jack did he use? I mean, it's to the point where if I plug the 3.5 millimeter audio jack or cable into the phone here when I'm in the car to listen to music, you know, you got the aux cord in there. It doesn't work. I mean, like, you will play a song and it just stops and it keeps fidgeting around. You know how the headphone jack to be a little loose or a little crappy. You gotta fidget around with it here and everything. Every other phone that I have, even my Blue R1 HD over there has no problem playing music from the headphone jack when I'm in the car, as far as using the aux cord. So I thought that was pretty annoying. That was actually BS. Another thing that I don't like, well, I don't want to say I don't like, but I think it's kind of weird. As you can see, you can probably tell I was getting to that next. The charging port is right there to the left of it. If you're looking down at the phone, it's to the left. Okay, don't tell me it's right. Don't tell me it's left. It's left clearly. It's to the left, on the top of the phone. I don't know why they did that. Maybe because it's a big phone, they want you to be able to use it like this when you're charging it. But Blue, just put it down in the center or the left, like you've been doing. Oh yeah. Also, the phone only has one mic, unless I'm tripping. One mic on the bottom. Didn't really get a chance to test out too many things as far as the camera and the sound quality goes, but we'll get into that in a full review. Another thing I don't like is that the phone itself has an update to a newer version of Android Marshmallow. It was a security patch. I'm sorry, guys. I'm leaning back in my chair and the phone is like way in front of me. The security patch from March 2017, and every time I try to download and install it, it will give me an error message. Like the first time I tried to do it, the error message just literally said error. Okay, which had me kind of scared for a second. I'm thinking, oh, the phone is broken now. Just overly reacting, thinking the phone was broken. So I was like, oh shit, error. Goddamn. What did I do? Did I do something wrong? It wasn't me, because after about 7 or 8 times of trying to download and install it, I mean downloading separately 8 times and installing separately 8 times, it still didn't work. That was kind of annoying there. Now, I can't really expect too much when it comes to the Blue device. We all know how much of I don't want to say how much of a gamble, but you can't expect too much from a Blue device here. Blue device, for Blue devices, they make budget phones for people who are on the budget and they don't want to sacrifice spending the amount of money that they want to spend on the phone for what you usually get for around the price range. And now, times have changed, so you can spend about $150 on a phone and get a decent phone that's built, sometimes entirely made of metal. I don't even know how some of these companies do it. It's amazing. But as far as everything else, pictures and videos, they don't come out too well as expected, but you do get an LED flash in the front and the back. I don't really have to say the back, but you get an LED flash in the front. The 6-inch screen is very useful for when you're watching a lot of YouTube videos like I do myself. The only issue is that when the screen is dim, you can definitely see that the screen is bleed. It bleeds here. It literally it's so crazy. It's a huge spot over here in this area where it bleeds, and that's kind of annoying. You can't help but see it, especially in the big screen. You keep looking at it. If I want to get into detail here, the camera is decent and lighting is still kind of stuttery here, and good lighting is just kind of interesting. When you got a camera that can't even perform good in like an outside environment, that should tell you that you got a pretty shitty camera. That's the second time I said the word shit. Third time there, actually. So that's how you know I really don't like something. Now, as far as the speaker here goes, it's on the bottom and the back of the phone. This speaker here, it's not the best at all. Meaning, unless you enhance it there with the audio features that it has on the settings there, you won't really hear anything in a quiet environment. All right, so you know what? No. You know what? I gotta stop. I'm going hard on this phone here, and it's only been one day. I'm just giving you my first impressions here. It's just I didn't expect the phone to be. It's not a terrible phone at all. I'm just telling you everything I don't like. So as far as the positive experiences, let me get into the positive before I let this video go. As far as the positive experiences here, the battery itself. It's a 4,900 milliamp hour super battery. So obviously that battery is going to be killer. It's going to be super killer. You are going to get through a day perfectly fine. It won't be a problem at all. I can guarantee that. As far as charging time, be ready to sit down and chill for a couple hours because it doesn't have quick charge. In my unboxing video, I believe I thought to myself that me personally, that I thought that it had quick charge 1.0, but I was entirely wrong. This device does not have quick charge whatsoever. It would take at least 2.5, 3 hours to charge this phone fully, and I can't really get mad about it because it is almost a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And to charge that big of a size of a battery in that amount of time, like, you know, hour and a half, it would be pretty much impossible. Otherwise, you'll have a situation like the Galaxy Note 7 was. So, as far as impressions there, performance is cool. The processor performance is fine. RAM performance is decent for 2 gigs of RAM. Android 6.0 runs smooth as you can expect. It is a stock experience on the phone. I actually had to reset it here. I want to go ahead and try to get that update downloaded and see if I can get it installed now. This will be my 9th attempt. And by the time you see another video here in this device, I would tell you guys whether or not it's telling me the device currently is up to date. When last like 20 minutes ago, maybe an hour ago, I was downloading the latest version that they have offered for this phone. So it's interesting. Who knows, man? But pretty much that's going to be the end of this video here as far as my first impressions. The device works. I'm happy with it. I'm only complaining about the stuff I'm complaining about because I just want to let you guys know what you could possibly be experiencing if you want to use this device as a daily driver. I don't want anyone to go buy this device and thinking that it's going to be this and that when it's actually going to be that and this. Like the way I did that there. But anyway, as you guys do know, my name is Max Rocks. If you have anything you want to see specifically, not specifically, about this Blue XL or Blue Studio XL2, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. And also, I'll be sure to get those videos out and popping. I'm going to be getting really active in the next coming weeks here as far as me getting devices here. I'm getting back on my BS. So let me know what you want to see. But of course, thank you guys for watching this video. Once again, my name is Max Rock, and you have a good night because it's nighttime for me and a good day. Peace, y'all.